Japanese music you haven't yet heard of, most likely. The new, the upcoming, the frankly underappreciated artists who hopefully I can introduce you to today. Yes, this has been a fun series that you guys have really been enjoying us doing, and I have managed to collect the next 5 artists from Japan who I think you're going to enjoy. Starting with Mirai San. Now, I gotta be honest, we're starting with a little bit of a strange one here because of the fact that this is a singer-songwriter who, on the surface, might just look like a general pop idol. And then as you go through her videos, you see that she's a singer-songwriter playing her own guitar, and then you listen to some of her songs, and there's full band arrangements in here. This is really an example of an artist who knows how to combine all of the sort of fun, accessible qualities of pop with the genuine musical qualities of being a singer-songwriter, something that I always credit as being harder to do than it might seem, and she's really nailing it in my opinion. She seems to have a fun personality as well, and she only has 46 subscribers as I'm recording this, but there's a lot of intent to do something really professional in here. I love the fact that there are some good quality recordings of a couple of her songs, and the fact that she's got a really nice looking music video. This is someone who I feel has definitely got their act together, has made a good assertive first start, and I would say give a listen to that song that she's got out. I've linked it in the description below. If you like that, I think she's worth subscribing to because I can't help but feel there's going to be more good stuff coming from her. But if you want something a little bit more established, then check out Iris Mondo. Well, I think I'm pronouncing that right, and this is an artist who is criminally underrated after already having a plethora of really cool material and being quite active online. In fact, I first got to know Kurumi from Iris Mondo in the band 362, which was this really sort of gritty, cool, like grungy sounding band, but with a really intelligent production and great melody and a lot of feeling in it. And then I hear this group, Iris Mondo, with the same singer, and you know, it's amazing. This is kind of like a really sort of dark, poppy but slightly digital sounding song, and on top of that you've got this great vocal melody. It's the sort of thing where when you listen to it, it's so well produced and such a catchy melody as well that you can't help but wonder how this is not a song with millions and millions of views, but instead it's only got I think 4,000, and Iris Mondo have got less than 1,000 subs. This is just unbelievable. It's so well put together, so creative, and I kind of get the feeling that as well as Iris Mondo, I would just go on social media, follow other things that Kurumi's involved in, because this is definitely a creative powerhouse right here. I don't know why they're not more famous, but it's something that when it blows up, I think it's going to blow up in a big way. You'll find something that you like in their collection of music, but definitely a very versatile vocalist, a lot of emotional passion put in there, and a real feeling that they look for interesting sound, that all of the songs are not just the same every single time, but that they're looking for something interesting and different to do, from, like I say, those more poppy, darker, sort of interesting experimental songs to things which are rocky but still pretty experimental and interesting. Just a really good combination of production, writing, and performance. But hey, if you want something a little bit more traditional, maybe you should try out Shiropia. Now, I've got to be honest, this suggestion comes with a little bit of a big hashtag no bias, because there is more than a little bit of Silent Siren about this group. In fact, they really feel like a band who you can imagine them sort of growing up listening to Silent Siren and choosing to really follow that sound forwards. Now, this is not to say they're a copy. They're not a copy at all. They just really have understood that sound and all the various things that went into that sound. You know, having sort of fun, cheeky keyboards, tones which are loud and up front and center, giving the songs a little bit of pop personality. At the same time, putting emotion into their songs. They have ballads, they have more upbeat songs, and also just having that general sense that their songs are band songs. You know, they're constructed in a way that a rock fan can enjoy them, but find them a little bit more light and easygoing than the sort of heavier groups. This is a band who, for me, understand that general sense that people sometimes want to listen to good quality music that feels summery, and I just think the Shiropia have got that really down to a T. Now, if you are already a fan of Silent Siren, I think you'll immediately start to hear references in their songs, but again, this won't feel like a copy. This will feel like something that's an extension, a continuation of the group who are sadly on hiatus. And if you're someone who's maybe kind of new to that whole sound, well, this is just something interesting. It's a little bit different. give them a go. I would say definitely give them a go. If you're someone who wants something a little bit more upbeat, light and fun, this is definitely a band who I'd recommend because they've got a good little body of material starting to build up and they just seem to really have good fun doing what they're doing. And boy, oh boy, they've only got 357 subscribers. What is going on, people? Anyway, I've got a slightly more mainstream final suggestion. Haku. Now, that's a very short name, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but this band is a virtual leviathan compared to most of the groups and artists who we suggest on this particular series with a total of 6,500 subscribers, but that's still a very small amount for a group who are very active, they're producing a lot of material, and frankly there's just a sense of high quality to them. Now, of all the groups I've suggested, this is definitely the one who I would say are most in line with the current contemporary sound. It's that kind of soft distortion rock music, you know, nice harmonies, gentle vocals, that's very popular in Japan at the moment. I must say though that Haku seem to be taking this to a slightly higher level. They've been around for long enough to produce quite a few songs and really perfect their sound, but it never feels like they're getting complacent. They've always got fresh harmonies. The song that I've linked in the description below is one where you'll really hear that they know just when to just switch up a song halfway through. Things like that. Those little creative ideas are the difference between being a band who are just in a whole sea of artists doing the contemporary sound and being one of the bands who really steps out from that and says, you know what, we're going to take this contemporary sound and be one of the best examples of it. So for me, Haku are very small, but they're definitely a group who, if you just like what's going on in Japan at the moment with popular pop rock bands, this is definitely a group who I think are doing everything that is required to step up and really sort of go on an upwards trajectory in that scene. So definitely one that I would recommend you check out. So there you have it, my 4 suggestions for today. We certainly went in a slightly more light and summery direction today, but I think Iris Mondo, if you want something a bit heavy, go check out Iris Mondo and definitely check out 362. They had a song called Dirty, which I reviewed ages ago, but check that out if you want something a little bit dirty. But there you go. Really great songs from really great bands. Check out all the links that are described in the description below. I think that you're going to get something out of one of them. Certainly it's good music for the hot summer days that we're still getting. You know, it's not going to cool off quite yet. So have a little bit of that fun upbeat music in amongst all of your favorites that you're already listening to. And of course, there will be more of these series. We're going to always try and keep them different. Always try and have different music each time. Try to give you something a little bit of a surprise. Give you a bit of variation. So probably the next time I have one of these videos, hopefully not too soon, not too long from now, it'll be very different bands again. But until I hopefully see you then or on any of the other videos, please like and subscribe, all that stuff. And for now, ciao, ciao.